Hello friends, good morning. I'm hoping this angle is okay. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Serena, if you guys are new here, and welcome to a reading vlog, but not just any reading vlog. Oh, it's so far. Hold on, I did not prepare for this for some reason. In this reading vlog, I started this yesterday, which would make it 1 week away. So now we are at the 6-day away mark from the big, ginormous publishing day that people have been looking forward to for over a year, some people. I just started this for the very first time and kind of binging it, kind of savoring it, just making it my business to at least read as much of the first one as I can before the pub date next week. So I figured I would take you guys along with me on that. I'm currently in my bed because I have not been feeling well. I am just getting over a 6-day long cold, I don't know, sickness of some sort. That's why there was no vlog on Monday. But we're back for the most part. I think I'm good. I still sound a little, I think I sound a little nasally, but that's just me. So yeah, I could talk for long periods of time without coughing up a storm, so I figured it'd be good to start a vlog today, especially with, like I said, this mammoth of a book having its third one come out in a week. So this is gonna be spoiler free. I was going back and forth between spoiler and spoiler free. I think I'm going to keep it spoiler free because I know I'm not the only person out there that is reading this for the first time. I know there's so many other people out there that are either waiting till the third one comes out or not reading it all together. I was there at one point, and I did have the series majorly spoiled for me back in July when they announced that the third one was coming out. So I've been trying to forget about what I saw and just kind of enjoy each individual book and then how they all, the three of them, relate back to each other. So that's what's going on. I got some tabs. I don't know if I really showed. I have some tabs here because I know I'm gonna need a lot of tabs. I'm actually kind of running low on tabs, which is why I have these ones also. I don't normally use these, but I am for this book. And who's gonna know? Who's gonna know when they look at the side of my book and see all the colors? So I am actually going to go charge my camera because I just realized it's on 8%, and I'm gonna read a little bit, enjoy my coffee, and I will check in, of course, every single day that I'm reading this, multiple times a day, and give you guys an update on where I'm at with this. I actually did pause Throne of Glass to also read this because somebody basically told me without telling me, you don't need to read Throne of Glass to read Crescent City. So that was good to know because I've actually been wanting to read this series over Throne of Glass for a while, but then other people have said, no, read Crescent City last. But as long as I know, you don't need to read Throne of Glass. I'm diving head first into this one because this one makes me more excited. Yeah, so I'm gonna go charge this. I'll charge you all up and I'll see you later. Bye. Got this new little disco ball guy for my car, so that's the main event. Anyway, it is the definition of the coldest. It's not even raining, it's misting. So it's kind of just gross out, and I'm stuck working. I would love nothing more than to be reading Crescent City right now. So what I'm doing to be productive on my lunch break before I'm literally swamped with meetings the rest of the afternoon is we're gonna listen to it in the car. So it helps that I know where I left off, because if I was in the middle of a chapter, that would be really annoying to find. But I know I'm on chapter 5. No, don't start playing yet. Hey, back up. So let's listen to it and enjoy. I think I'll at least get another chapter and a half done. I'm listening to it at 1.5 speed. I probably can bump it up to 1.75, but we're not in a rush. I'm just like, when I say I'm binging it, I'm reading it at an enjoyable pace, but reading a lot of it at once. I'm not trying to race through. I'm not trying to have books 1 and 2 done before next week. I literally would like have to marathon like all day Friday, Saturday, and Sunday and Monday to even like come near having 1600 or 1700 pages done by next Tuesday. Like, that's just out of this world. So yeah, that's what I mean when I say I'm binging. I'm enjoying it, just reading a lot at once. I don't know where that came from. What was I saying? I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna get like a chapter and a half done while I'm in the car. Hopefully I'll have an update at that point, because that should bring me about 60 to 70 pages in, and we're almost done. Everybody says just get through the first 100 pages, but I've liked the first 100 pages. Like, I've really enjoyed it. So I don't know. Like, I'm paying attention to the world building, but the plot has just hooked me right in. So I'm not even like concerned. I'm like concerned about the world building, but I'm not. Like, I'm not getting hung up on it. That's what I should say. As somebody that like really doesn't read fantasy, I'm not having problems with it. So I think because it's more like current. Like Throne of Glass, I still have a really hard time like connecting with the scenery, connecting like with what things look like, because I can't find something to base it off of. But this, I'm having an easier time doing that. So yay, thumbs up. Yeah, let's go, because I got a meeting in like an hour and 15 minutes. So this hour lunch break, we gotta go. I don't remember the last time I came on here and gave an actual like talking update on House of Earth and Blood. I will remember the title eventually. I just know it as Crescent City 1. I am on page 170. I am obsessed, of course. I've only made a small dent in the grand scheme of things, but I just passed the part, again, this is spoiler free, at least like I like what I think is not spoilers, so like major plot points and things like that. So I will be giving minor plot points on what's going on, so that way if you've read it and you just want to know my reaction, you know where I'm at.
If you haven't read it, yeah, you're just gonna like learn about the plot. So my like Mickey Mouse is falling here. I just passed the part where Hunt is now being tasked with watching over Bryce and making sure she is like safe and just making sure like she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. And Miss Bryce does not want a single part in that. She doesn't want Hunt watching over her. She doesn't want him like in her apartment. Like, just doesn't want anything to do with him. Like, he needs to leave her alone. And she just doesn't, like I said, doesn't want anything to do with him. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting dynamic, the way they go back and forth. Like, it's very quick, and they're smart. Like, it's just witty banter when they go back and forth. So I like that so far. I have tabbed a little bit, but I'm kind of mad because when I listen to the audiobook, I can't exactly go back and be like, oh yeah, I want to tab that, I want to tab that, I want to tab that. So there's just like giant gaps in my tabs, which is fine. It's whatever. But yeah, there's just certain like connections that I want to tab and things that I want to go back and remember. So, oh my goodness. I just posted a reel, so now this new Instagram update is really annoying. Anyway, I'm getting so sidetracked here. I would like to read another 50 to 100 pages today. I think it's doable. I just really wish I had this on my Kindle, because having to whip this guy out in the middle of like the general public is kind of annoying. So, because it's just so big. But that didn't really tell you guys where I'm at. So, oh my goodness, do not disturb. Bye. Okay. So chapter 17? I think it's chapter 16 actually. No, I'm still in chapter 15. Oh my goodness, it's a long chapter. I am in chapter 15, and like I had said before, Hunt is like on Bryce duty, as I like to call it, where he's just kind of like watching over her, and she does not want anything to do with him. There was a receipt in here. I don't know why I'm getting so distracted trying to do this clip. Oh, here. Anyway, and what else can I tell you without giving anything away? Yeah, that's all that's really going on. We get to learn a little bit more about Bryce's dog. The Chimina is like the how do I want to word it? Not like the brand. That's a really bad way to put it. The breed. There we go. The breed that she owns, and we get to learn a little bit more about her apartment. And she is basically the one responsible now to solve the murders and figure out who did it. So that's all I'm going to tell you about the plot for the 170-ish pages that I'm up to so far. And I'm just obsessed. I haven't been this excited to read a book, guys, in like a real long time. Like a real long time. So I'm excited. And I just can't wait to see what else happens in this. So I am going to try to finish this chapter because I do have to go out in like 15 minutes. So I want to finish this chapter before I go and find a bag that'll fit this so I can bring it with me. So I will see you all with another reading update, probably like later tonight or tomorrow. Because I don't know if I'm going to want to vlog like at the end of the night because I'm going to be out pretty late. So see you all later with another update. I love this book. It's so good. Good morning, friends. It's Sunday. I am so tired. Got home late last night. Didn't read too much of Crescent City while I was out last night. I read like a page and a half in a car and maybe like another page and a half, 2 pages while I was at
my boyfriend's friend's house. There was like some wrestling thing on, and I just was getting very distracted between that and trying to read this. So I said, you know what? I'm not gonna read this because if I push it and I'm distracted, I might miss something. So I took the L on getting a big chunk done yesterday. I got to page 180. So I think I read like from, I don't know, chapter 13, I think, to 16. I genuinely don't know how many pages that is. Like 30-ish pages yesterday. But today, I am trying so hard, and you could tell I just woke up by my eyes, to read at least 100 to 150 pages in this. It's pouring rain. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but it's pouring rain. The only thing I have to do today is go to church, which I'm gonna leave in like 10 minutes because I want to go get coffee, and go to my grandma's at like 5 o'clock. But I have this giant gap from like 12:30 to, I'll push it to like 4:50, where everything's up in the air. I don't really think I want to run errands in this pouring rain because I want to go food shopping, the gym, and GNC, but I really don't think I want to do this in the rain. So that's what books are for. So I think that's what the plan is going to be. I don't know. We'll see if the rain stops later. If it does, we'll have a little like errand running around section of this vlog. But if not, it's just gonna be this. And I'm not mad about it. So let's go get coffee, because I'm currently having coffee with oat milk and it's just like not hitting at all. So I figured we'll go to Starbucks. Hopefully they don't mess it up, because yesterday they messed up my order and I was annoyed. So hopefully today's a new day. There's new baristas. And they get it right. It's not like I order a hard drink. It's just that sometimes I ask for a little bit of almond milk and they put too much still, or not enough still. I know, it's just me being picky. Like, it's not the barista's fault at all. They don't know. They don't know how I like my coffee. So I just have to use my big girl voice and speak up and be like, hey, can you add more coffee to this? Or hey, can you add more milk to this? So yeah, I don't want to go in this rain. That's why I'm stalling and I'm still talking. But we have to get out there. I don't know which bag to use. I don't know whether to use my Marc Jacobs tote. I don't know how that does in the water. Or if I should just use like a random Portland leather that I was using yesterday. I think I'm just gonna use that because it's already packed and I don't have to like swap things out. Yeah. So let's go. I'm dreading this rain, and we will see each other later. The coffee has been acquired. I hope this thing is like gonna focus because I have this little guy here. Maybe not. Maybe. Hold on. Okay, we're just gonna roll with it. If I'm in view, cool. If I'm not, oh well. You know what? It's gonna bother me. It's gonna bother me when I go edit. So, does that work? I think that works. We're just gonna have him hang here. I got a coffee. I went into autopilot. I didn't know what I wanted pulling in there. And I was like, whatever just like spews out of my mouth is what I'm gonna order. So I got a venti brown sugar iced shaken espresso with almond milk instead of oat milk. And then I forgot to tell them that I had like my own cup that I wanted them to use. And yeah, did not get the cup discount, which is annoying, but that's just on me. So we're not having the best morning to start off. So yeah, I just got to church. I'm like so early, but I love being early because I can just like car sit. Nothing better than a car sit before church. So that's what's going on here. I am currently listening to Crescent City because I had an Audible credit, so I was like, why not listen to it and read it at the same time?
just to get more in. So I am like halfway through chapter 16 and there's like 10 minutes left of it. I'm not going to be able to finish it now, but I am at a good place. When I paused it, I was like, okay, like I can pause here. Sometimes in an audiobook, it's so hard to pause because you're like, do I pause in the middle of a sentence? Do I pause when like the narrator takes a break? Do I not even start a new chapter because I know I'm not going to be able to finish it? But I wanted to start a new chapter, so that's what I did. What else can I tell you? I got the coffee, listening to the audiobook. That's like kind of it. Yeah, that's like kind of it. I'm slowly waking up at least, so that's good. It's 8:42, so a couple more minutes. Maybe I will continue listening and just find another spot to pause. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. So let's go listen some more. I think I am gonna run errands later though. Like I was saying before, it's not gonna bother me. I wasn't sure if I was gonna run errands or not, but I think we are gonna go run some errands in the rain because why not? It's just something to do. But also I want to stay home and read. So, all right, I gotta listen to this and make some more progress. I will see you all later. Hello friends. I have made some progress. I'm on page 219 and definitely have a bit of a ways to go, but now I can start to see, okay, like I've read this much, need to read this much. Still a lot to go. Am I a little delusional and think that I can finish this by Tuesday? Yeah, I am. But it's not going to stop me. I'm going to see how far I can get. I really should have taken off of work a day this week, but I didn't. So, yeah. It's going to be a late night, early morning kind of week. So, I just passed this part where they encounter the, oh my goodness, what's her name? I'm like scanning. The evil one with like the purplish eyes. Oh my goodness. The Viper Queen. They just had, they being Bryce and Hunt, they just had an encounter with the Viper Queen and didn't really go too well. So I have a feeling that like they're kind of suspicious of her, but she's not guilty as far as I can tell. And now I think a lot is just going to go down between them and the Viper Queen. Excuse me, I have like the hiccups. So yeah, it like nothing's really truly going on right now. Like nothing that I can be like, yeah, this is what happened. Like it's just a lot of dialogue right now and a lot of like Hunt following Bryce around and making sure that like she's good and making sure she's doing what she's supposed to do. The little sprite, the little fire sprite, I think is so cute. I think she's definitely like top 3 favorite characters. She's just so funny. I love her. So yeah, that's the update, honestly, is that not a lot of plot has happened. It's just been a lot of dialogue and really getting the details of like what's going on inside their heads and like their conversations and them talking about solving this murder. Yeah, not crazy plot driven right now, but that's expected with an 800-page book. So not mad about it. I'm just chugging along. I'm in the middle of a sprint actually with Olivia Reads a Latte and her Cozy Cafe. They do sprints on Sundays, but I thought it was typically in the morning, but she was doing an afternoon sprint today. So I figured, hey, I'll jump on, I'm available. So there's 63 minutes left in it, which means I'll probably be in that sprint and just go on like do not disturb for at least another 45-50 minutes because I do have to leave around 4:30 and it's currently 3:37. So yeah, I don't know how much talking I'll do on the vlog during that time, but I want to get to at least page like 250. I think that would be great if I got to page 250. And today, because I've been hunting it down, I went and picked up book 2. And the reason why I've been hunting this down, which I really didn't think it was going to be hard to find, but I guess like everybody's just trying to catch up before Tuesday. I have the hardcover. I got the hardcover like shortly after this book came out, but I was like in my hardcover era back then, and I don't want to be carrying around a hardcover. So I've been looking for the paperback, and here she is. I went to a local bookstore today that is like kind of by me. It's like 20 minutes from my church. So that means it's like 30 minutes from me, 40 minutes from me. And they had one copy left. And I also reserved, was it yesterday that I called them? Or 2 days ago? I reserved an indie edition of the next one of Flame and Shadow. And I was just curious to see if I could pick it up today since I was already there. And they were like, no, we can't sell it to you ahead of time. So that, like, I knew that, but I figured let me just try my luck because other people have been able to get their copies early, and I really don't think that's allowed. But I figured, why not? Just try. Just try. But I'll get my copy on Tuesday. I'm also going to go to Walmart Tuesday morning because I'm a little skeptical of my Walmart pre-order right now because it's still saying it's processing. And the fact that it's still saying it's processing, I, for the life of me, cannot find a confirmation email or like a, hey, thanks for shopping with us email, but I may have deleted it. And that was like 6 months ago, 7 months ago now. So yeah, she's out of the trash bin. She's not in the inbox. So I don't know. I just don't have high hopes for this Walmart pre-order. And I think I'm going to go to Walmart Tuesday morning at like 6 a.m. because that's when they open, and see if I can get my hands on a copy early. Will I read it Tuesday? No. But I'll still have it, even if it is a hardcover, I'll still have it in my possession because I don't want to be left out. And I really, really want the Walmart edition. That was like, unfortunately, when I had the book spoiled, that was the extra chapter that I was really, really excited about, even though I did have it spoiled. So I need to get the Walmart one. I do, like ASAP. And then of course I'll have to order the stinking paperback of it because I want them to match. So I'll probably end up with like 3 copies of this book, which kind of is annoying. But yeah, I might end up like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with the Walmart one, if I'm going to end up returning it, or if I'm going to end up returning the indie one, or just keeping them, or like giving one as a gift. Maybe I'll give one as a gift. Yeah, I think I'll do that actually. Okay. Anyway, I need to get back to the sprint. I need to get back to reading this. So I will catch you all later tonight. It's gonna be a late one, but I want to read. I'm so excited about this book. All right, let's go. Good morning, besties. Happy Tuesday. Happy Sarah J. Maas Day. This is gonna just keep going and just be like a long vlog. I just got really awkward because somebody pulled up like literally right behind me. It's kind of weird. But we're in the car because I found her. She's thick. Just about 900 pages. Thick. My pre-order, as I was talking about the other day from Walmart, is still processing. So, not gonna wait on that. I'm gonna go cancel that as soon as I get home because now I have her in the flesh and she's like literally stunning. Like the gold, I'm just obsessed with the gold. Like this is probably my favorite cover. Yeah. So this is probably my favorite cover. Update, my Apple CarPlay is not working, so I'm kind of listening to it like just max volume on my phone. Let's see if it works now. Oh, now it's gonna work. I'm on chapter 37 and I'm about to finish chapter 37. I'm just obsessed with this book. I think it's great, amazing, wonderful, all of the things. I'm making sure that this person doesn't like walk up behind me. Where I am, blah, 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 words. Where am I in the book right now? There has been yet another murder, and Bryce and Hunt are starting to like feel the feels of attraction, and I am so here for it. Honestly, I think it's happening a little early for a Sarah J. Maas book, but I say early, we're 300 pages in, and then I think back, I'm like, okay, well, Throne of Glass, we saw it by book like 4 maybe, and I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, but those books were like 300 to 400 pages, and this one is 800 pages, so I think it's good. I mean, it's just the very beginnings of the first book, so I'm gonna go listen to it some more. There's hair on my phone, go away, and drive home, and I will give you guys a more detailed update. There's just too many people walking around right now, and it's throwing me off, so I'll see you all when we get home. Okay, much better. I'm at home. Still in the car. I just pulled up to my house. But I wanted to give an extensive update and not worry about people walking by and cars and all that stuff. So I am now further along than I was 10 minutes ago, obviously. I keep hitting my bun on this visor, as typical in a car vlog. Where am I? I'm on chapter 38, in the thick of chapter 38, so I just got into part 3, which is called The Canyon, I think is what it said. Not sure what that means, but, right now, Bryce is deciding she wants to go for a run, and Hunt's like, no, I'm going with you, and she's like, no, I'm gonna go by myself, and he's like, too bad, because they're like supposed to be together at all times. What else can I tell you? Like I said before, there was another murder, and they are trying to figure out like who's responsible for all of these murders, and they are starting to get leads, and by leads I mean like they're starting to look at the case, this giant case, differently and see like different angles of it. So they're kind of shedding some light onto some things that they didn't think about originally, and it's getting them places. And now we have a new suspect on the line, which I like kind of saw coming, but didn't see the reasoning as to why it would be so that they're suspecting this one person to be the orchestrator of all of these murders and other things that are happening. So yeah, that's where I'm up to right now. Very like vague, sort of not vague update. I am hoping to finish this book by Thursday morning, I want to say, because I am embarking on the 50% mark, and I think it'll take me another day and a half to 2 days to finish it. I don't really have any plans this week, so it's a great reading week, and just try to get to this gal as soon as possible. She's a hardcover. She's rather large, but I am excited to read this. So I'm gonna go inside and read and work because now I have to start work, and I will see you all later. Good morning, friends. I feel like it's been several days since I've last given a Crescent City update. Mickey is gonna join us on this one. That's how much I have left. And I apologize. We were having, like, my parents are having work done on the house, and you're just gonna hear a jackhammer on and off in the background. Nothing I can do about it. And it's so early. I don't know why they're so early. I don't know. But, almost done. I literally have 60 pages left. And my eyes were literally shut last night. I was like, I can't do another hour. Because I know that in my head, 50 pages is about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, depending on how quick I want to move with it. So it was like just before midnight. And I said, no, I can't. I want to savor this last 10%. So I went to bed, and now I'm up, and I'm going to finish this. This is probably going to end up in my top, if not top 10, top 5 books of the year. Now, I have no idea what I'm reading the rest of the year. I have not set a single TBR. I am primarily reading off my shelves, so I kind of can gauge it based off that this is going to be at the top. Whether it's the series is at the top or this book particular, it's going to be up there. It's amazing. So good. Probably my favorite so far by Sarah J. Maas. And I just can't say enough great things about this series and this book as a whole. The best thing that I've found for reading this, and then I'll get into like where I'm at, has been tandem reading with the audiobook and the physical book. Sometimes, like while I was in a car, I would put it on, or around here, like if I was doing laundry or like cleaning or something, like I would put it on so that way I was completely submerging myself in the universe, in the book as a whole. Like it wasn't really a lot of times where I had extended breaks. Like every day I was able to read this, and every day I was able to put down like 50 to 100, sometimes even 200 pages from the fact that I was able to listen to it and read it. And I know that's not for everybody, but for me, that worked so well. So well. So that's my tip. If you're looking to read this and you do like audiobooks and you're a slower reader, I would 100% do both, for sure. And it just keeps you in the mindset of the book when you can listen to it and read it at the same time. So, where am I in this book? What has happened so far? Again, this vlog is spoiler free, so I know I've said that probably every single day that I've recorded, but it's been so long since I last recorded that I feel like I need to say it again. Let's see, a bunch of murders happened, and they have officially figured out who did it. I think my last update, they were still trying to figure it out. So they officially know who did it, and I definitely did not see that coming. I was very shocked. I also don't try to figure out books as I go because I just want to be in the moment with it. I thought it was going to be somebody else, actually. So when they thought they figured out who did it, I was quite surprised. And then when they really figured out who did it, I was even more surprised, but I was like, oh, like, I could have seen that, but I didn't. Because I don't think we knew the character at that point. So, maybe we did. Maybe that character is more of a background character. I don't remember. 800-page books. It's like you're reading 3 books. I don't remember. So at this point also, Bryce and Hunt, don't see a redeeming plot point for them. Like, I don't see how she can forgive him for what he's done and the information that he kept from her. But I think in true Sarah J. Maas fashion, we'll get a bit of the redeeming arc in these last 60 pages. I don't know. I have no idea. And I have book 2 right here. So book 2 is ready to go. And I'm definitely making a good dent in book 2 today. But I have no plans. Somehow I have no plans today. Besides working, obviously. So I do have to do that. And that's, I think, also why I haven't given a... Oh my goodness, my eyes. I haven't given an update in so long because the last week has literally just been work, read, read, work, read. Work, read. Work and read. Do we get my drift here? I didn't really have any, like, downtime. I just have been binging and enjoying this, dodging spoilers on Instagram because I've seen too many. I've seen too many. And it's not even like, people are great with putting spoilers in their posts, being like, this is gonna have spoilers in it. Save if you haven't read whichever book. But it's the comments. People are just relentless in the comments. And Instagram gives you like a preview, like as I'm scrolling, they'll give you like the last comment or like, I don't know, the last comment. And so one the other day, I'm like, no, I don't want to see this. Even on Etsy for the shop, I was looking for, just to see if anybody had any cool like Crescent City graphics that I can put on the cups, and another spoiler on Etsy of all places. So yeah, that's why I haven't been on here. I've been a little busy between work and just reading this, and I've been putting some updates on Close Friends, but I accidentally put one on like my real, like the real side of it, and it was up for 4 minutes, and it was like kind of a spoiler in there. But I took it down. It was only up for 4 minutes. I didn't realize because I was like watching a basketball game and I had my finger over Close Friends, but I guess when I put it down, it like shifted to regular, and I was so mad. Thankfully, 2 people DM'd me. Was it 2? No, 1 person DM'd me, and she was like, this was meant for Close Friends. And I said, oh my goodness. Yes, it was. So it was saved, thankfully. Yeah, it wasn't up for too long. But I am gonna go finish this. I am like excited and nervous, but I'm really excited to get into the second book. Yeah, I'm just so excited. And I also have the second book as a library hold from Libby, but as an ebook. So that'll be nice. I'm not gonna do the audiobook for it, but I will do the Kindle. So that way when I'm in a car and just anywhere else, I tend to read a little bit faster on my Kindle. I don't know what the science is behind that, but I do. And I think that will be good also. Like, I'm still gonna read the physical book because I want to tab it, obviously. And I'll probably have more tabs than this one, and you can kind of tell where I was listening to the audio. There's like 3 giant chunks that I can look at right now that show like, oh, that was a big audiobook day versus the tabs where it was a bigger reading day. So I say so a lot when I'm like transitioning sentences. I need to stop doing that. I'm gonna go read this. I've been rambling for 10 minutes now, and I will see you all on the other side of this, which is nuts. Me, you, and my stack of books and my drinks over here. Just coffee and water. We need to have a little chat. I finished it. This morning. Oh my goodness. So much my heart could not handle between last night and this morning. I'm so happy I didn't push through last night because I would have been so mad. Like, not in a sense like, oh my goodness, I stayed up late and like had to force myself to finish it. Like, no. Like, I would have been so mad that I didn't have the brain capacity to really sit with everything that happens in the last 25% of this book. It was insanity. Literally, by far, my favorite Sarah J. Maas series. By far. It's nuts. So, obviously, a good time was had. It's 5 stars. I did, RIP, accidentally rip out a tab. Don't know where it belongs, so I just put it on a random page. Hopefully I don't need a quote from it anytime soon. Oh my gosh. Where do I even start? So, if you're like brand new and you have no idea what this book is about, let me tell you. No spoilers. Again, I say this every single time I make a like little clip for this video, but you know, and I know that you know, and it's gonna be in the title, but I just have to say it for extra validation. So let's start from the beginning of time. It's not really the beginning of time, but our main characters are Bryce, Danica, Hunt, Rune, Jessica, Lahaba, Syrinx is a dog. I love a book with a dog. I really do. Who else is super important? The Autumn King, which I have a conspiracy theory about, but we're not going to talk about that right now. Micah. I'm just rattling off characters at this point. Anyway, so we get Bryce and Danica. They are best friends, and they go out partying and doing what the out-of-college kids do in a fantasy world that's like futuristic but not. Then some stuff goes down, and all of a sudden we're trying to solve a murder, and then we're trying to solve 2 murders, and then we're trying to solve, I lost count how many there are, but these murders are tied to a bigger case that is going on, and the characters are trying to figure out who the murderer is, what the purpose is behind these murders, who else is affected because of them, and how to stop them. So there's a lot of, not conspiring, but there's a lot of chatting, there's a lot of dialogue, there's also a lot of plot in this book. Like, this is one of the very few books, or maybe even the only book, that I can justify 800 pages. Maybe it was just under 800 pages. But I personally did not feel like there was any fluff. I felt that even the slower points, 799 pages. I felt that even with the slower points where they're not really doing anything, you're just getting some like mind conversations behind the scenes, some explanations, they were all warranted. 100% warranted. I think we would have lost out on a plot if literally anything was trimmed out of this book. And I feel like I'm being a little dramatic, but I'm not. I just think this was phenomenal. And I have literally no complaints about it whatsoever. Aside from the fact that I accidentally skipped a chapter and I had to go back and then had to go forward again. That was a whole thing. Somehow I did that. Anyway, and it's done. Now I am finished with it and I don't know how to move on. I mean, like, I do know how to move on, but like I don't, if that makes any sense. I don't know how to move on. I am obsessed. I have to keep it out for a little bit longer because I'm trying very hard to build up my digital library on Notion that I've been creating, and I also have a scanner that I will be making. I keep saying this over and over again, and I just haven't had the time to make a YouTube video going through all of my books and scanning them into my computer, and we'll chit chat about them or whatever. So between Notion and that, she's got to stay out for a little bit longer. So I think she's going to get a special place on my shelf because she was just that good. Which, coming from somebody that's not a fantasy reader, that's kind of a big deal, in my opinion. That's what I think. I am starting House of Sky and Breath tonight. I have not decided whether this video is going to keep going through like all 3 books, or we're gonna end this here. So if we don't end it here, we're gonna start talking about this one in probably about a day or so. I'll have an update by tomorrow because I'm gonna read a lot of it tonight. And if I don't keep it going, I'll just film an outro at some point. So at this point, I am going to just wrap up my workday and then start House of Sky and Breath. I did already start it because I have the ebook from Libby, so I have it on my Kindle just because I did find, and it's just like a me problem, it's not like a publisher problem. I don't break my spines, or I mean, like, I'm not opposed to it, but personally I don't. So just like having it like this was kind of annoying. So I'm thinking I'll end up reading on my Kindle, but I have the Kindle book for 14 days, so I kind of have to like skedaddle a little bit on that. And now I'm still torn whether I want to use my Audible credit to get this or use it on the 3rd book. But part of me is also thinking use it on this and then take a break. Just like a little quick break. Finish Empire Storm and Tower of Dawn because I'm literally 70% through both. Like, I should just finish them at this point. And then March will roll around and I'll get the audio for House of Flame and Shadow. And then from there, do like the audio and physical book. I don't know. Decisions. I'm gonna go post a poll on Instagram and see what the people want. Whether we're gonna just do separate Crescent City videos for each book, or whether we're gonna do one long one. So I will see you all later, tomorrow, at some point.